Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. In this video, let us discuss about membership of parliament. So this is the first part actually. This is from the chapter called as parliament only. So in that, the most important part of that particular chapter itself is membership of parliament. This will be important part of our general studies paper 2 under polity section in paper 2, and also will be important for our IAS and KAS prelims. IAS and KS prelims, because this is one of the high yielding chapters and this is one of the big chapters in Indian polity as well. So if you are looking at membership of parliament, there are different headings which we have to discuss. First one is qualification. This is very important. Like there is qualification, there is also disqualification. After that, we have to discuss about vacating of seats. Very important part. Vacating of seats. After that, you have oath or affirmation. Later we have salaries and allowances. So these will cover our membership of parliament. First one is qualifications, disqualification, vacating of seats, oath or affirmation, salaries and allowances. In all of these things, after discussion, we'll start another series later on after understanding the whole polity. What is the difference between, let us say, the qualification for MP? What is the difference for the qualification of MLA? Difference in the qualification for MLC. So we have to see on the basis of differences for that. And here on the right side, you can see there is a yellow part or a sticky note which I have put in. In this part, we'll discuss important points to remember. So whatever I'll write in this particular part, you note it down separately. That will be very important for examination. So let us start with the qualification part. When we are looking at qualifications, this can be studied under two parts. Why two parts? That is because there are certain qualifications which is said by Constitution itself. Constitution says a few qualifications, and a few qualifications is laid down, or additional qualification is laid down by Parliament. So you have to know which qualification is said by whom, or Constitution part and Parliament part, and the differences is something which you have to know. So what are the qualifications which are laid down in the Constitution? First one, we'll just write keywords over here so that it will be easy for us to revise also. First one, you just write keyword as citizen of India. That is, if they have to be a member of parliament, they have to be citizen of India. Now, what is citizen of India? That can be discussed under the citizenship part itself. The citizenship chapter itself says who can be citizen of India. But in case of Constitution, it says that if they have to be member of parliament, first condition itself is they have to be citizen of India. Second one, he must make and subscribe to an oath or affirmation before the person authorized by Election Commission. Now what it is telling, there is oath or affirmation. They have to take this oath or affirmation. In front of whom they have to take? Is mentioned by Election Commission. So Election Commission says in front of whom the oath has to be taken. Now what will be the oath? That they have to bear true faith and allegiance to Constitution of India. So they have to have faith and allegiance towards Constitution of India, and they have to uphold sovereignty and integrity of India. Okay, first one is they have to be citizen. So the First condition itself says that they have to be citizen over here. One second, I'll just change the color of this. First one is they have to be citizen of India. Second one is oath or affirmation. In front of whom? In front of a person said by election commission. And what is the oath? True faith and allegiance to Constitution of India and uphold sovereignty and integrity of India. So these are two oath or affirmation. Now what is the difference between oath or affirmation? If they believe in God, they can take the oath. If they are not believing in the God, then they have to take the affirmation. Now, when we are looking at membership of parliament, what constitutes parliament? Parliament consists of president. Parliament consists of president, then Lok Sabha. President, Lok Sabha, and Rajya Sabha. President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So, if they are member of Lok Sabha, they are still called as member of parliament. If they are member of Rajya Sabha, they are still called as member of parliament. But there are different conditions to be eligible to Lok Sabha and to Rajya Sabha. That one we have to see. Now, in case of Rajya Sabha, the minimum age which they have to have is 30 years. They have to be minimum 30 years of age in order to be member of parliament to Rajya Sabha. In case of Lok Sabha, the minimum age, the lowest age is 25 years. 25 years. Okay. So these are two very important points. So you write it down. For Rajya Sabha, there is 30 years minimum age. In case of Lok Sabha, 25 years is the age. These two are one of the most asked repeated questions, especially in all the examinations. So the fourth condition which is said in the constitution is that other qualifications they have to have, which can be said by parliament. So when the constitution makers made these conditions, they kept it open for the future parliamentarians in order to include other things also as and when the time and opportunity arrives. So the constitution itself says that there can be other qualifications which are prescribed by parliament. So Rajya Sabha 30 years, Lok Sabha 25 years. Other qualifications which are set by parliament. And because the constitution has said that there can be other provisions, other conditions or other qualifications which are prescribed by the parliament, on the basis of that additional qualification, parliament brought Representation of People Act. This was brought down in 1951. What it is? It is RPA or Representation of People Act 1951. Now, as per the constitution, it is saying that the additional qualification can be set by the parliament. On the basis of that only, parliament brought Representation of People Act 1951. Under that, there are two provisions. First one says that in order to be member of parliament, they have to be registered. They have to be registered as elector. That is, they have to be eligible to be a voter at least. They have to be registered as elector for a parliamentary constituency. Now, there is very important point in this which we have to remember. Before 2003, okay, and after 2003, these are the two conditions. Before 2003, let us say Rajya Sabha's seat from Bangalore. If that person has to be member of parliament to Rajya Sabha from Bangalore, he has to be registered as elector in this constituency itself. That is, if they are registered as elector, let us say in Lucknow, can they fight from Bangalore? before 2003 they could not fight from Bangalore, because before it was a condition that if they have to fight from Bangalore, they have to be registered as voter in Bangalore. But there was a change in 2003, and they said that after 2003 you have to be just registered as voter or elector anywhere in India, and you can stand for the elections from any constituency other than the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe constituency, because for that there is already a reservation, which we'll see in the second condition. But I hope this is clear. That is, if they have to stand from, let's say, Bangalore constituency example, then they had to be registered as a voter in Bangalore constituency before 2003, but after 2003 this was changed that from anywhere you can contest. So on the basis of that only, if you can see, our current Prime Minister, they had fought from two constituencies before for the MP elections. One was from Varanasi also. Okay, that is, they were registered as elector in another place, but they can also fight from other place. Now this was upheld by Supreme Court in 2006. This was upheld by Supreme Court in 2006, saying that it is correct only. This is the first condition as per the Representation of People Act or as per the Parliament. What is the second condition? In order to be fighting from scheduled caste or scheduled tribe in any state or union territory, so he must be a member of scheduled caste or scheduled tribe in any state or union territory if he want to contest for the seats which is reserved for them. Now let's say XYZ is the constituency which is reserved for scheduled caste. Then they have to be a scheduled caste. They have to be scheduled caste in order to contest from that particular seat. But the voters are not just from scheduled caste. Voters are all, that is, from all religion they can be voting there, because the voting can be from all religion. However, a member of scheduled caste or scheduled tribes can also contest the seats which is not reserved for them. That is, to fight from this particular seat which is reserved for scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, that person has to be scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. But if there is a general seat, from that also a scheduled caste person can fight. So there is no condition there. But in order to fight from that particular place, they have to be on part to that religion itself. They have to be part to that constituency or that reservation they have to be having. However, the voters can be everyone. So these are the qualifications which are mentioned for member of parliament. So there are 4 qualifications which is given in the constitution. First one is citizen. Second one is vote or affirmation. Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, what is the minimum age, and other qualifications. In case of other qualifications, we have seen registered as elector and the seats reserved for scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. So I hope you have understood about the part 1 of membership of parliament. In the next part, we will discuss about disqualification. Disqualification will be very important because in that we will be discussing about the defection also. We will be discussing about the defection as well. So I hope you have understood about this part. Let's see you in the next part.